My name is Maria Rogers and I'm the Learning and Development Manager at Leyland Trucks. So I made the decision after doing work experience myself in probably fourth year at high school that I wanted to pursue an apprenticeship. So I'm very much practice what you preach. So I did an apprenticeship on leaving school in business administration. And I ended up within a HR department in the business that I was working in, who paid for me to do my CIPD, so it's the HR professional qualifications. So they put me through all my training and qualifications, and I've just kind of worked my way through different areas, doing bits of generalist HR, but then predominantly focusing more on the learning and development side of things, and kind of progressing from being training assistant to training officer, to being the learning and development manager now. It very much depends on the sort of job that we are recruiting for to a degree. So there are certain positions where we very, very much need somebody who has got a lot of experience and specific technical skills, such as, some of our senior engineers or specialist engineers, where we need to know that they can walk the walk and they know what they're doing from day one. But more generally, I would say, as well as those technical abilities, we need somebody who can turn up on time, who's enthusiastic, who wants to learn and grow within their job, who's inquisitive and curious and wants to look at the way we do things and say, why do you do it like that? Can we do it better? So I think a lot of the technical stuff, unless you're going in at a really high level to start with, we can train that. There's qualifications for that. There's courses for that. What we find it more difficult to train is those attributes that we need from an individual in order to succeed within the business, such as those communication skills and decision-making skills and that drive to do better. When somebody can demonstrate transferable skills, I actually recruited somebody recently who hadn't actually had all that great of experience in terms of the job that we were looking at, but gave really good examples as to what else they had done and what transferable skills they had learned from that and could bring across. Who understands the importance of good communication, the fact that, again, you can be the best technical expert in the world at what you do, but if you cannot communicate that to your seniors, in terms of getting a project to move forward and understanding the importance, or similarly to somebody who isn't technically trained but who needs to understand that same information and to be able to kind of simplify that to, for a layman to understand, particularly within an engineering company. That's something that's really, really important, to be able to communicate a particular idea to all groups of people at all levels within the organisation in a way that they understand and impacts on their role. And generally, a lot of what we do is based on relationships, being able to understand who you can get information from, how you can work with them, and communication obviously is key to that. We can train anybody, like I said earlier, in terms of the technicalities of a role, as long as somebody's willing to learn and willing to be open to doing new things or progressing, then we can do so much more with that than somebody who is very technically astute but not open to wanting to progress and wanting to develop.